Peace. This is the Hidden Self Lecture 2. We're about to jump straight into it. All right. I'm going to start right here at the top. It says humans are bestowed with a certain part of their brain known as the pineal gland, or also known as our third eye. The reason as to why it's called pineal is for the shape like a pine cone. Okay, so when people talk about the third eye, that's what they're referring to. Egyptians know about it since they've been on the planet. Africans known about it since we've been on the planet. We've always known about it. That's the proof right there. Okay, so I'm going to get into the function of it, and I want to explain to everybody that this third eye, you don't use it like the two physical eyes, so don't let the word eye fool you. This is a extra sensory perceptive type of eye. Yeah, I like the way I said that. So check this out. The pineal gland, this function of the pineal gland is going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, I have that? Yes, you have this. You're going to feel like a superhero. Okay? So down the rabbit hole we go. Boom, 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 boom. Right here. Research your pineal gland and its connection to consciousness. Know thyself. Okay? Its connection to consciousness. Here's the pine cone. It looks like that in your brain. Okay? Egyptians knew about it all the time. Alright? So certain groups, certain elitist groups, right? They would like to keep this pineal gland thing a hidden, suppressed, dead type issue. Say it doesn't serve a purpose. It really doesn't function. But at the end of the day, highly melanated beings, our pineal glands, they are functioning, and they can function to the fullest once you get this information. All right, so moving right along. I'm going to start reading at the top right here. The pineal gland is essentially the portal between the physical and spiritual world for humans. When activated, the sensation of euphoria and oneness fills the person's mind, giving them a sense of all-knowing. One can achieve this activation through yoga, meditation, and variety of other occult methods. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Now, if you're not familiar with this term, occult, that word right there, occult means the study of what's hidden. Okay, so like I said, only a certain few are supposed to know about this pineal gland. They want to hide it, they want to suppress it, because it's a portal, right, between, it's up here, y'all. It's a portal between the physical and spiritual world for humans. So imagine being able to access the physical and spiritual world at any time you want using your pineal gland. Okay? Now, it says meditation is a way to access it, yoga is a way to access it, and occult methods. Occult methods, I'll just give one example. Let's just say tarot cards. Okay? So tarot cards have the ability to tap into the frequency of not just the person, but into other dimensions as well, to give past, present, and future readings. Okay? Now, let me scroll down. I'm gonna start right here. It says, once activated, that person is able to freely travel to other dimensions, or otherwise referred to as astral projection or remote viewing. Okay? Now, as far as for astral projection and remote viewing being concerned, this has been done and been here since we've been here. This is nothing new. Like I said earlier in the lecture, part one, I explained that we could talk to each other without a language. We would talk to each other mentally through a form of telepathy. Okay, by means of telepathy. All right, and this is how, through the pineal gland. So once again, I show and prove Like I said, it could be a little sci-fi-ish sound, right? But I'm showing and proving that it's all real and that you can do these things. You have these functionalities, okay, that will and shall enable you and us, right, as a people to evolve into a deeper state of consciousness for the better, okay? But we got to understand how our physical vessels work since we came down here and incarnated into these things, all right? Because the real you is the light body, all right? So, I'm going to go right here. Through ancient methods and advanced practices, one could even control the thoughts and actions of other people in the physical world. That's a true statement. Pimps do it all the time. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I'm just saying, think about it like this. Your skin has pores. Bones have pores. Energy can travel through, or light can travel through those pores. And we do know from the light spectrum, right, the charts, vibration, they have different levels, different colors, different information. So therefore, it's very possible to do, as it says, control the thoughts and actions of other people in the physical world. Music does it all the time, as one example. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but yes, music does control the thoughts and actions of other people because they can make you happy, sad, or whatever. You feel me? Now, as far as for astral projection or remote viewing being concerned, if y'all not familiar with what that is, let me explain. See, this physical body, like I said, is just a vessel. What controls the vessel is the actual light body, because that's the actual intelligence, which I'm going to show and prove that as well. But as far as for this light body being concerned, you are able to leave your physical vessel if trained right. Once you master self, right, you are able to leave this physical vessel when at will and use your light body to travel anywhere you want to go, any dimension, anywhere on this planet and any other planet. That's a fact. Military people, they have astral projection people, right? Remote viewers, right? Looking at other planets. All they do is just give them the code as far as for longitude, latitude, etc. And they can find these locations and, you know, fulfill what they need to fulfill by means of remote viewing and astral projection. All right? Look it up on Google or go to the library. It's all there. All right? Now, I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to go right here to the pineal gland. Wait a minute, let me get that up there a little bit more. Boom. All right. The pineal gland, also called the pineal body, epiphysis cerebri, right? Or the third eye, is a small endocrine gland in the vertebrate brain. It produces the serotonin derivative melatonin, a hormone that affects the modulation of wake, sleep patterns, and seasonal functions. Okay, so as we go deeper into the pineal gland, you see how it has to deal with or to do with your sleep, right? It produces, right, serotonin, a derivative of melatonin. Now, when you go into these stores, you can find melatonin pills to help for sleep, so forth and so on. Now, we already know that you can go on Amazon and you can inject some things into your abdomen and you can be black, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, if you can do that, then think about where whatever they're using to get the melatonin from, okay, to put inside of those pills. I'm just saying. Now, it produces the serotonin, right? So when we dealing with sleep, from my understanding, this stuff starts developing inside of your head or the brain or whatever, like 12 midnight. Okay? So if you're not in bed, right, by a certain time before 12, right? If you are around a lot of erratic behavior, a lot of toxic people, or in a toxic environment, it's going to interrupt, okay, it's not going to be able to function the way that it's supposed to function. But that's a whole other different story. But what I'm saying is toxic situations can fuck this up for you. Okay? So at the end of the day, if you eat right and you put yourself in a more positive situation, right? This you'll get the benefit of all that you're learning right now. Okay? Now, I said the light body, right? Okay. So the light body itself, I showed you the light spectrum. I said the light is really you. This is just the physical vessel. That right there, the arm, leg, arm, head, that's just the physical vessel. This is the intelligence inside of the vessel. All of these spin clockwise. If one is out of sync and spins counterclockwise or spins too slow while it's circulating in a clockwise motion, it can throw your whole existence off. A lot of people need energy work because we're energetic beings. Okay? Not sulfuric, we're energetic beings. We are solar people. This is the light spectrum chart to prove it, right? And I know you got some other people out there saying right now, everybody has chakras or everybody has melanin, which I've also stated that even though everyone has melanin, not all share the same. And we have a specific that no one else has. So when I'm getting into this light body, I'm speaking from that perspective. Okay? Now, I'm just going to deal with this one, the third eye chakra, because that's where the pineal gland is located. The pineal gland is located there at the third eye chakra. And it says right here, intuitive, insightful, uplifting. You feel me? So at the end of the day, when we're dealing with the light spectrum, look where the third eye is on the light spectrum. It's in purple. It's the highest form of vibration. Okay? It's the highest frequency before you get to the crown chakra, of course. Okay? Which is intellectual, spiritual, divine connection. All right? You feel me now? So don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm not a racist. You have everybody doing this, but this affects us in a different way than most people. Meaning that if we use it, we will get back to who we were. I'm telling you, if everybody can start, or the great majority can start becoming in sync and understanding how this physical vessel works and understanding the intelligence behind it and understand that each light spectrum has intelligence, a frequency, I'm telling you, we don't have to worry about struggle no more. I'm just saying, as I go further down, boom. Now, I don't come here to play, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, I don't come here to play. I come here to show and prove. Listen, before any of us hit this planet, we were light. We were a frequency, okay? We're in a whole different format, right? Now, what we did was we came down and we got into a physical body, okay? Once we got into the physical body, right, we became unconscious, okay? We became unconscious. Because once the light goes into a different dimension, once it goes into this physical, right, it loses its consciousness. I need you to understand that. So when people say, what's the purpose of life on this planet? It's to work your way back up so that way you can find yourself, your true self, right? And then your mission is over because you mastered self. Because at this point, once you reconnect, right, and discover yourself, and you get back to the light, That means that you exist in two dimensions at the same time, and you're woke in both of them. Okay? That's deep. You're woke in the spiritual and the physical at the same time. You're in a constant state of awareness, not just in the physical, but in the spiritual or the energetic realm. You are in the universe. You can tap into things that most people can't. Okay? You must understand this. Now, let me go down a little further, because I'm going to go back up a little bit, but right now, right here, at rebirth. Now, like I said, I don't have anything to do, this don't have nothing to do with religion, but when we got into that word occult, and I was explaining how occult is the study of what's hidden or what have you. Now, they hide a lot of this information from, let's just say, the layman, because think about it. You traveling into the spiritual and to the physical, and you know, you're seeing all you want to see, and you're traveling to different planets and whatever you might be doing. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to do it. Okay, if that's your potential, they don't want that, because then you ain't got time to be sitting your ass at nobody's job. You know what I'm saying? Making them money and shit like that or what have you. You see where I'm going with this? Like, people will dumb you down, or you have been dumbed down, or we have been dumbed down, right? To be these mindless, thoughtless, physical beings that only care about our carnal needs, which helps us escape our light, become more physical until our light gets put out. You don't want the light to be put out. Your mission failed. You came all the way down here and couldn't find yourself. This is the purpose of knowledge itself. But because you know there's people down here that know what I'm telling you, they're going to make that job very difficult, so you can't reach your potential. And that's just the way that it works. I'm not lying to you, not bullshitting. So as this says, I'm going to start right here. As your cerebral spinal fluid, Christ, climbs your 33rd vertebrae, Jacob's ladder, and meets your 12 cranial nerves, 12 disciples, it ignites the pineal gland, which is your resurrection. You see what I'm saying? Because think about it. Once your physical and your spiritual meet, and your spiritual becomes unconscious, you have to travel back through a road which you have a lot of life experiences. And through these experiences become, you know what I'm saying, development for each individual, so that they can become aware and more conscious of self and how self reacts to, you know, cause and effect, period. Right? Now, there's a lot going on, because it's not just a social aspect, it's a dietary aspect, it's a spiritual aspect, there's an educational aspect. You understand what I'm saying now? So it's like you can get lost and you could be traveling through those, but they could be wrong. Okay? And they could be telling you things that would take you off of the path of your enlightenment to regain who you were, to have that constant state or consistent state of being woke in two dimensions, physical and spiritual. You see what I'm saying now? And once again, black people, your physical, your vessel. This is what I'm explaining to you, how it works. You get the full benefit out of this vessel. Okay? This is showing, I'm showing you right now how to get back to who you were, reclaim your throne, reclaim the planet, and let's move on, let's evolve, and let's do what we have been programmed to do. Okay? And that's just run the fucking planet, period. Like we supposed to. Okay? People do this type of situation, right? As far as for, you know, understanding about the body. Like everybody over the globe, everybody know about this shit, except for the black man and woman to the fullest. But what I'm saying is, they're doing this shit, and the benefits that they're getting, they're winning. We're not winning. I don't care fuck what y'all say. We're not winning. I can prove that statistically, but I'm not here to do that right now. I'm just here to show you how to win. This is your blueprint. You have to be disciplined though. Now, don't get me wrong. If you don't want this, hey, fine. It's just entertainment for you. Hey, but for the real thinkers, for the people that really, 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 really want to see a difference in their life and their environment, and they want to change the lifestyle of others by positive means, come on, man. You want to rock with the real positive frequency? This is for you. This is for us. Okay? This is how you civilize a savage. Okay? These things that I'm showing y'all, this is how you get to a consciousness where you're always in heaven, because you understand this realm and you understand yourself. You mastered self. Once you do that, you gonna be like, who needs a fucking job, man? Like, I don't need none of this. Like, trust me. Just come out this world and go into the world of yourself. Go into the light, okay? But before you get into the light, you gotta get into the darkness, though. Now, it says, climb your 33rd vertebrae. It ignites the pineal gland, which is your resurrection. Your resurrection, okay? Igniting that pineal gland. Once you unlock that pineal gland, you unlock the full potential of your light body, and you have been resurrected from a physical death into a mental birth, which birthed again into the full awareness of yourself in the universe. Okay? So you have a physical, then you have a mental birth. All right? So you got to master your physical, which leads to the mental. That's the resurrection. Okay? The pineal gland, it unlocks everything that you need to know about anything I'm trying to tell you. All right? Think about them pyramids. Them pineal glands was working. The pineal gland's not working right now. There ain't no more pyramids. Look at it that way. All right? Boom. See that right there? This is the universe in which you come from. The nebula, right? You see this light, all this light? Isn't it the same color? Isn't that the same color in your body? You see what I'm saying now? This is us. This right here is us, y'all. Nobody else. Only the black man and woman. Only the black woman and man. That's it. Nobody else. I'm telling you. Nobody else. Nobody. This is us. And let me show and prove that again. Let me go up. Boom. Okay? You see it for yourself. Look at the light spectrums. This is you in the universe, right? Where you come from, right? You want to have this experience, you get a physical body, right? You become unconscious, right? Your job is to explore, have experience, find self, get back to your light, and exist as all-knowing. You have mastered the realm of the physical and the spiritual, and it all exists in you when you have divine understanding that universally you are the universe and the universe is you. You connect with the 5 elements. What is that? Air, spirit, water, fire, earth. Okay? This is why the Son of Man is able to control these things. This is why. But you're not going to be able to do shit sipping on a 40. Right? You ain't going to be able to do shit popping mollies. You ain't going to be able to do shit just doing all the wrong shit, having all this sex or whatever. Because this is what you will only be focusing on. The average person, right? I'm talking about the average person now, is functioning off of that chakra. When niggas say I'm lit, that's it. Right there. Yo, I'm lit. I'm lit, yo. Nah, nigga. See what I'm saying? And that probably ain't even functioning right. You probably only using this right here, and that bitch spinning counterclockwise. And it's slow. Damn. You feel me? Oof. So, yeah. You want to activate all these once all these are in function at the, I'm sorry, once all these are in sync and functioning properly as they are supposed to, look at that. The aura, baby. That's how you gonna be, right? You climb Jacob's ladder, boom, that 33rd vertebrae. Cause this is the thing. It's called the Kundalini, right? Down here, you have this melanin that sits down here, right? It sits in this area, and through means of yoga, meditation, right, stretching, so forth and so on, you make that fluid rise up through the 33rd vertebrae. And what happens is the pineal gland, now watch this, y'all, the pineal gland, and I'm going to drop this on you. The pineal gland, it moves, it vibrates like a tongue, like a snake's tongue. So this is what happens in the middle of your forehead. That's why when you see the pharaohs with the hoods on and all that, they're always in a state of consciousness in 2 dimensions, because the pineal gland is consistently vibrating. The brain has opened up like the head of a cobra from the Kundalini, from the fluid that's rising, that has risen up the 33rd vertebrae, and the brain is covered in nothing but melanin. You understand what I'm saying now? It's covered in nothing but melanin. You feel me? That's the highest form. The pineal gland is vibrating. That's why the hood that the pharaohs wear looks like the cobra. You feel me now? And truth be told, the cobra has a pineal gland. And we dealing with the Nagas. I'm not even going to go too deep into that right now. But what I'm saying is your body functions differently. Okay? So if, let's just say, if the pineal gland is what they would call calcified, if it's dry and it doesn't, have any like life in it or whatever, right? You don't do this. Okay? I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody has energy, but it's not going to be on a form that we had, that like us. Cause once we out of here, like off this planet, right, we gone somewhere else. That's just our makeup. We'll reincarnate, not unless now listen, y'all. The only way you won't reincarnate or change form and go to other higher heights and shit or evolve is because you became so material, right? Like let's just say, like half. I don't even want to call no names out at this point, but let's just say like you go so material and so lustful, right? And that's all you thinking about. These lights cut out. Boop 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 boop. Right? Those lights cut out. This ain't coming back. The intelligence is left. The intelligence is dead. It hasn't been stimulated. You didn't find yourself. You see what I'm saying? This is the intelligence. This body right here drives the vehicle. Okay? This drives the vehicle. But you have to unlock yourself in this game of life. You have to unlock. Okay? So I just wanted to make that known. Now, going down. So that's what it's talking about with the rebirth, because you had to discover yourself. You see what I mean? You have to discover yourself. That fluid travels up the spine, right? And hits that pineal gland. I mean, washes over the brain. The pineal gland starts to move. It starts to vibrate. Okay? It vibrates. See that right there? See how the snake is moving up? That's how the pineal gland. That's what, I mean, not the pineal. I'm sorry, y'all. That's how the Kundalini. It looks like the Kundalini rising up the spine. You understand what I'm saying? So moving down. Boom. This is you. That's the real you. Look, Queen. That's the real you. Okay? That's the real us. Okay? This is the real us. So I'm introducing you to yourself. Not the physical shit. Because that physical, that's not the intelligence. The physical is just moving. Okay? You the nigga that's driving the car. Okay? You have this light body. See how your body is connected to the same as the universe to the nebula. Look at all the colors, yo. I don't make this shit up. Okay? I mean, I could go much deeper, but I'm just trying to give y'all some understanding, you know what I mean, where it's like so simple to the point where I just want you to be like, yo, I ain't eating meat no more, nigga. I ain't trying to keep coming back down this motherfucker. I ain't trying to really kill myself. Because you can die twice. I'm just letting you know, you can die twice. Okay? You can be totally non-existent. You could become so toxic, right? That boom, you just out of here. Boom. Okay? I just want you to understand that. Let me show you again. Boom. See? That is you. You came over here, got one of these. Okay? That's when you became unconscious. Your job is to rediscover yourself. So that way you can come back to the light. Alright? We 30 minutes in. I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna let y'all look at that for real. Alright? That's the real you. You got a physical body, lost your consciousness of who you truly are. Your job is to climb Jacob's ladder and reconnect with the light. Okay? You just have to know how your shit functions. So I don't want people to be like, oh, I gotta climb Jacob's ladder. So let me say it again in a different way. You have to make that fluid rise. Okay? You have to make the fluid rise in order to have full awareness. Okay? Okay? 7 chakras, y'all. Alright? They all have to spin accordingly. They all have to rotate at the same speed, the same time. It has to be precise. If one of these is knocked off balance, or 2 of them is knocked off balance, or one is just on balance and everything else is off, you're done. Okay? You're going to have a hard time. All right? I just want y'all to understand that. Look at that again. And I'm about to be out. All right, y'all. So we're going to continue the lecture. This is part 1 of 2. All right, so we're going to get into part 2, the second half. All right, peace and blessings.